Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Legacy Farmer, the podcast. This is your host, Jace D. Young, and today's topic and discussion is this: bad business communication. So again, bad business communication. What do I really mean when I'm talking about this? Well, guys, if you run a business, a lot of us, we work with an accountant, we might work with our banker, or whatever it may be. And the story I'm bringing to you guys today, and the reason I'm bringing up this topic, is because one of our members says how they always have their communication with the bank is not good, is essentially what the member said on the call last week. And this comes up with a lot of our members, guys. And as a business owner, it blows my mind at how terrible the service is for a majority of us as business owners. And what do I mean by that? A majority of our members, when they work with their bank, let's say they want to get a new loan request in or something like that. A lot of them, they can call into the bank or whatever it may be, and they don't get a response anytime soon. It may be a day, it may be 2 days, it may be a week for some of them. Same thing, and the same problems roll over to working with an accountant, for example. For a lot of our members and just a lot of business owners around this country, they may email their accountant or call into their accountant and they do not get a response for 3 to 7 business days coming back at them, or they may not get a response at all. Now, guys, this just goes to show how much of an opportunity businesses have, and it could be a bank, it could be an accountant firm, it could be whatever. It just goes to show how much of an opportunity these companies have if they just provide a good service. Now, inside of Legacy Farmer, we're approaching 300 members. And when you have that amount of clientele, you have to have a system that allows you to communicate efficiently and on time with your clients. And so we have our entire own network, and we have our own chats, and we have our own way of communicating with all of our members at one time. If we wanted to, we can send out a massive group message, or we can communicate with them just one-on-one. But I've always held the level of service that we provide as one of the most, vital components to the overall success of our company. Because here's the deal. If I am a farmer or a rancher and I get a call into my accountant because my banker says that I need to advance money, or I need to buy this or buy that or whatever it may be. If I have any questions and I call into my accountant and I do not get a response, you can bet your ass I'm going to be livid, because a majority of us, that's what we're dealing with. Or let's say you need an increase in your operating line. You're in the middle of harvest. You email or you call your banker and they say, hey, I'll get back to you in a day or two, and a week's gone by and you haven't heard from them. Like, why is that? Why is that really happening? That's what you really have to think through. And it's just simply because, guys, the level of service today is not at the level of the standard that I would require for myself. Okay. And what do I mean by that? When our members reach out to us inside of our chats and we're connecting with them one-on-one, it's a requirement that our team get back to them within an hour, maximum 2 hours. And that's just the value here, guys, because the level of service, especially inside of these small communities these days, I'm sorry, but it's not very good. It is not very good. I know this. I grew up in a small 900-person town. All the communities in Kansas, as you can bet, are small. All the communities that a lot of our members are in very small communities located across the U.S. And the level of service is just very piss poor. And so you think about communication here and how critical it is. Like, how critical is it for you as a business owner to get a quick response from your accountant? Well, it's pretty critical, right? Especially if you're at the end of the year and you're trying to do tax planning things, and you're trying to figure out if you need to spend more money, because once you have that conversation with your accountant, then you got to get the approval from your banker if you have to increase an operating line, or maybe you have to get an additional term loan, or whatever it may be. And when the communication is not good between businesses, I'm talking your business working with the accountant's business, or your business working with the bank's business, or whatever it may be, when the communication there is not good, it has a massive negative impact on you as the business owner, and it slows the entire process. And it is so frustrating. It boils my blood when I think about it, because I've had personal experience with this, and I have to do what is required. I will shift and I will move, and I will hire different people. I will test out different companies to find the people that actually are able to respond to me when I have a question, to find the people that I feel like are in the weeds with me when it comes to my business. Legacy Farmer, we do a majority of, if I had to put it into one term, we're consultants for farmers and ranchers. Now, within that, we do a ton of different things. And if you've listened to this podcast, you know everything that we do for our members. The thing is, though, is if I was a member inside of Legacy Farmer and the team here was not getting back to me quickly and efficiently, man, I would be triggered as all could be. I would be so pissed and so angry. And it just goes to show the opportunity that exists inside of these small towns and especially inside of the ag industry. Because if the standard, which the standard is for our team to get back to our members within an hour, maximum of 2 hours, with any questions or any concerns they have or anything. If they need to jump on a call, we jump on a call, whatever we need to do. Just that level of service is a massive competitive advantage for our company against all of the competitors inside of this industry. Okay, and you think about that, guys. As business owners, you need to do whatever is required to find the people and work with the companies that are going to get back to you when you have a critical question that needs answered in a timely manner. And I'm sorry, guys, if the company you're working with, you do not feel deep in your soul like they are with you, like they're with you in the trenches in your business and they're there for you and they will do what is required and they will help you, then you need to find a different company. You just need to do what is required there, because when you feel as a farmer or rancher or ag business owner, like you have poor communication with your banker, like this one member had, like how small do you feel? Like you don't even want to call in and request anything because the communication is not good. You're not comfortable. You don't think they'll get back to you in any time. Like your confidence is at an all-time low there because you don't feel like you have somebody that's really in your corner. You really don't. And this, again, is just a massive problem in the industry. Accountants no different. Accountants are no different. And you call in and you don't get a response for a week or 2 weeks or even more than 48 hours. Like it's just not good. You don't feel like that person's in your corner. So you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are in your corner. Legacy Farmer and my team here, we're no different than our members. I will hire, and we do hire, consultants that help us grow and expand our business as well. And the thing is if I pay a consultant 30 grand a year, 50 grand a year, whatever that is, if I'm paying for that, I want to make sure that we have an open and direct line of communication, because if I'm investing that type of money into my business, I want to make sure that the level of service I get is extraordinary. And the thing is I get really triggered with the banks here, for example, because our average member is paying anywhere between 50 to 100 grand a year in interest to the banks, yet the level of service they're getting does not reflect with the amount of money that they are investing in that bank. Like, think about this. This is why you should give yourself no reason to not be searching for other banks or any other service-based businesses that are helping you inside of your ag business. You should not feel sorry for them one bit, and you should do whatever is required to help yourself in your business and find the other businesses, whether it's an accountant or a banker. I'm just using those two terms as an example, guys. It could be your seed salesman, it could be your insurance person, it could be whatever. Right? We all have our central business in the middle, but then we have all these businesses around the outside that help us serve and help our business run. Again, insurance, banking, accounting, seed, chemical, whatever it may be. But you have to find the people around you that appreciate and value open lines of communication and a high level of service for their customers, because so many of our members, guys, are just settling for this. We grow up in these small towns and we just settle for it. We just settle for an accountant that doesn't get back to us for a week or 2 weeks. We just settle for a banker that doesn't get back to us for a day up to a week or 2 weeks or whatever it may be. We settle for all these people around us that kind of half-ass their jobs, when the problem is that their action is going to have a massive impact on the overall success of our operation. And if I'm borrowing $1 million at a bank and I call in and I have a request, you can bet your ass I'm expecting a call back that day with an answer. Not, hey, we'll get back to you. Got to take this to the loan committee. And can you send it a balance sheet? We'll get back to you maybe next week. No, I need a response that day. This is the standard that we have to start setting, guys, because so many of our members came into Legacy Farmer and that was the standard that they were used to. That's all they thought that existed, because you grow up in these small towns and you work with the same people the past 3 decades and you just get used to it and you just settle for it, not understanding that there are so many other businesses out there right now that are going to be there for you and support you and get into the trenches with you in your business. And you know that when you have a question or a serious issue comes up, you can reach out to them and you will get a response. And inside of Legacy Farmer, it is a standard for our team, once again, to get back to our members in an hour, max 2 hours, and answer them and get on a call with them if we need to, and go into the numbers inside of Farmer Metrics and talk about accounting and tax strategy and talk about entity structure and design, talk about estate planning. This is the standard. And I just find it mind-blowing to me that out of everything that we do inside of Legacy Farmer, with all the systems, the tools across personal life, marriage, especially across business and Farmer Metrics and finances and accounting and tax strategy and entity structure and estate planning, out of everything that we do, one of our biggest silver bullets, one of our biggest secret weapons is just the level of service that we provide. And it's just funny to me how our members, they're just blown away because they can ask a question, whether it's across finances or accounting or whatever it is, or maybe it's some off-topic thing, and they get a response from our team quickly, and they can even jump on a call with them quickly. Like, it's just mind blowing to me that this has turned out to be a competitive advantage in today's world. But with technology and everything that we use, yeah, we're able to operate like that really efficiently, really quickly, and get back to our members. And this is what we value. I know it's what our members value as well, because we've had hundreds of them tell us this over and over and over again. They finally feel like they have a place where they can actually get a response and get good customer service. And so, my friends, I share all that with you because I know, based off the conversations I've had with the members inside of our network, that a lot of you listening to this right now, you're settling. You're settling for your accountant. You're settling for the bank you're working with. You may be settling for the insurance agent you're working with or the insurance company. You may be settling for the seeds company that you're working with or the chemical company. You may be settling for a lot of people. And what I'm telling you is you have to take a stand, because all these people that sit around your business directly impact the overall success of your business. And you and I have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that we are doing everything to protect and secure the longevity and sustainability of our businesses in the middle of that. We have to do that, and you have to have the courage to do that. And you have to surround yourself with the companies and the people that believe in a high level of service like you do. And the thing is, though, is the level of service goes both ways. And what do I mean by this? If you are expecting a high level of service from your bank or from your accountant or whatever it may be, then when they ask for something from you, guess what? You have to reciprocate the same level of service. You have to get back to them as well. And this is what just forms a great relationship. This is what forms an open level of communication, an open line of communication. You can just get answers done really quickly. And when both teams are operating really quickly and really efficiently, man, it just accelerates the overall success of your business. So again, my friends, I share it with you, this message, because like this member came in and the overall conversation was around the communication with our bank is not good. Well, it's because you're settling for that. If your communication is not good there, you're settling for piss poor communication. But I'm also going to have you consider to look in the mirror a little bit and think about, okay, when the bank has asked for things from me or the accountant has asked for things from me, have I gotten back to them in a timely manner? Like this is the difference, guys. This is a massive, massive difference between the 3% of this world that are successful versus the 97% who aren't. It's just their quickness and responsiveness and getting things done and moving the business forward and making sure that all of these lines of communication are open and they're efficient and they're just handling business the way it should be. So my friends, I hope you found value inside of this message, and I hope it gives you the courage to, one, either look in the mirror because your level of service to the other businesses that you're utilizing has not been good, or two, it gives you the courage to have those crucial conversations, step in there and do yourself a favor. And if the business that you're working with, the accountant or the banker, is not willing to change and not willing to provide you the level of service that you think you are paying for, then switch, move. It is okay. Trust me, it is okay to do things differently. I do not care who judges you around the corner or down the road from you or in your small community. It is okay to do things differently. And guess what? If you don't do things differently and you just settle for the same old crap you've gotten for 2 decades or 3 decades or 4 decades, it is inevitable that you will fail, because this world is changing. That is one guarantee, and you have to change with it. So my friends, that concludes this message in this episode, and I will catch you on the next one.